Hi, this is Kylie Durenlo, and I am with my friend Amber today, who I've met through the Purium group and especially through the Arise Transformation group of women that were pursuing health and with our faith. And I have been so inspired and encouraged by Amber's story of her health that I really wanted to connect with her today and see if I can learn more from her and just to hear her story again. Amber, would you like to share a little bit about where you were in your health and how far you've come?
Right. Yes. Thank you, Kylie. Yes. So I am a type 1 diabetic. I've been diagnosed when I was 25. So kind of later, not typical necessarily of type 1 diabetes. And through the past 16 years, I've been on a pump and just kind of living life the way they said, just, give yourself insulin, eat whatever, do whatever you want. But I've always been kind of health cautious. I've never been kind of crazy and sweets and everything else. So I've kind of kept a watch of what I eat, given myself insulin. And after being pregnant with my fourth child, actually during the pregnancy of my fourth child, I went into diabetic ketoacidosis twice, which is basically your sugars are really elevated. You get sick. Um, the only thing you could do is go to the hospital and get treated to get you down, your sugars down. So it was not fun. And my sugars have been up and down pretty much ever since. And I couldn't get them really regulated. So this has been about 3, 4 years now. And I've just really struggled with finding balance. And um, prior to being pregnant with my fourth child, I was on some protocol to help with my sugars as well. Um, and it worked, it helped, but I just was still feeling the connectivity with my brain and my gut not there. I'm just really waking up drowsy, really hard to function, brain fog, no clarity. Um, so since my pregnancy, I've was in DKA one other time, and um, it was really scary, really scary. It was a week long hospital stay, and just really drained me. And looking for answers that were not of the medical world. Seeing that food could hopefully and potentially be my answer. Um, so I was working on it's a different protocol, but with my nutritionist that I was seeing. Again, things were progressing. I was doing better with my sugars, but I still wasn't, you know, where I wanted to be, my optimal thing. And I was doing that for like 9 months. And then I just wanted to be deeper in my faith and was going to get connected with Rebecca Dussault on one of her fitness and faith journeys for Advent. But it was like this clincher of like, oh, and you have to, join this superfood thing as well. That's the only, cost to it all. And I'm like, no, not doing it, not doing it. And I'm like, I'm already on this protocol. I'm doing something else. And I'm like, but I really just need this. I really just need my faith. I just need this fellowship of sisterhood together. And so I dove into it. And while on the superfoods for my first ULT, um, it didn't go very well. Like the detox was basically making me feel really horrible. But with an autoimmune disease, I guess that's kind of maybe to be expected because I have so much to um, heal. So I was just kind of in a depressed mode the first two ULTs I did. Um, then after the first two, I just was like, okay, Lord, what do I need to do? Do I continue with this? Do I go back on my other protocol that I was doing? I kind of felt like I was at a plateau with that one. I'm like, what do I need to do? And of course, you get answers in all mysterious ways and different ways, and not the voice that you want to hear, but in different ways. But one of the scriptures for that week talked about the fruit and the healing of that's what I give you. I don't remember the exact phrase or what scripture verse it was, but I'm like, okay, I think that's my answer. And I went with a regenerative health practitioner to go and dive deeper into it. So I wasn't going to be doing it alone, and knew what my next steps were supposed to be to heal this journey. And so right now I started in November, and I've done 3 ULTs. And then in February, I started with a regenerative health practitioner. And my sugars, I'm on a less amount of insulin. I was at one point not giving myself any boluses. So I would be giving myself insulin like throughout the day, little spurts of insulin throughout the day. But when I ate, I wasn't giving myself insulin. I've have been giving myself insulin here and there just to keep my sugars a little lower than what they had been. But I'm going low a lot quicker and a lot more than I want to. So I'm constantly adjusting what my insulin levels are. But also through this whole transformation, I am having like brain clarity is completely there. I'm so much more with it than I was. So I'm waking up, I'm not just totally drowsy and tired. So I have that to be thankful for. And I, with my periods and stuff, like I don't have the PMS symptoms of back pain or cramping, that kind of thing anymore. I've had 2 months that I've been free of that. And I've weight loss, which is after having 4 kids, getting rid of all that baby weight has been good. So those are some things that I've noticed through this whole transformation, and I look forward to more to come as I continue.
It's wonderful. And it's so good because like you say, it can be hard sometimes to like that journey is hard. That journeying can be really hard, but there's always those little blessings along the way, and that it's improving your situation overall. But but it can be difficult as you go along. And I think that's so amazing that this is so ingrained, in your body, but it's beginning to sort of work its way out. And you don't, you're not
Mhm.
as dependent on on what you were in the past. And I think that's just so encouraging to hear.
Yes, I'm encouraged, and like my health journey, my goal is to be totally off insulin. I would love that, and that's not going to happen soon. It's going to be a long journey, but I would love for that to happen, and for me to be having the energy that I want and need for my kids, and be able to run and play with them more than what I have, and not be like, I just don't feel good, guys. I can't do that right now. Or just, I'm so tired. Just let me have this time to sleep, and we'll maybe do it later. So just having that energy and that being there for my kids and with my kids is really what I strive to do.
Well, thank you for that awesome witness. And I think, really connects to mothers, like we do all just really just being present to our kids is really what we strive for, but there's always something that's trying to pull us away. And sometimes it's our health. And this is a beautiful witness and a beautiful example of you just taking that head on and diving in with the Lord and responding with a yes to what you believe, you know, are his promptings. And that trust can be tough. I know in my life that has been really tough, but it's always panned out with grace in the end. So thank you so much.
Yes. Yes.